Vinyl Rich here with the vinyl finds. I'm going to show stuff that is fantastic. Now, it's Maria celebrating Vinyl Richie's 11th year in the vinyl community with a contest. So, and let me apologize for my background. I'm peeling wallpaper off my walls, so there's really no good angle. But let's get started with the first question. Show Vinyl Richie's favorite meal. So I've got this 1973 ZZ Top Tres Hombres, and no, 3 men are not his favorite meal. This is, could you imagine that? That would feed me for a week. There's a lot in there. Oh, and if you look, there are 2 people's names. The first person, David King, and it was crossed out, and Alan Richards. So, which is great because that leads me to the next question, which is records that you have that someone has written their name on. Now, I did probably my second video was just that, showing records that people had written their names on. So someone, I would hope they would contact me and say, yes, that's me, and tell me when they had last seen the album. And I'm going to link that video in the description. Some of the stuff I showed, now this is Jefferson Airplane's 1967 album, Surrealistic Pillow. It was named by Jerry Garcia, and he is also listed in the liner notes as a musical and spiritual advisor. This is the stereo version. The picture was taken in Herb Green's living room, and there are these like hieroglyphics behind them. So let me show you the name El Kanicki. So El Kanicki, let me know when was the last time you saw this record, because it's been in my collection since '88. And this one I don't need my glasses for. Jennifer Kohler Carter. This is a Cyndi Lauper, I think it's 1986, 12-inch of Change of Heart extended version and Change of Heart instrumental. It also includes Witness, which was off her first album, She's So Unusual. The photography is by Annie Leibovitz. So right there, Jennifer Kohler Carter, contact me if this is your record. And I will link in the description my entire video from years ago. I never got anyone to contact me and say, hey, I'm that person. Now the next question, show some bootlegs. So this is Joy Division. It was their penultimate show, April 19th of 1980. And so it was at the Ajanta Cinema, Derby, UK. So this is Mind Control Records, of course, a bootleg, or what did they say, unofficial release label. And do they even have on here? So they don't have, so they have Transmission, She Lost Control. They don't have, oh God, I'm blanking on the song. It's going to come up later because I do have it on vinyl. I'm going to show you. The next one is the Bloodstains, California, Across California. We've got the Manson Girls on the cover. This is 1993. It was on the label, oh gosh, I'm not sure, but let me show you this. So it's Bloodstains, and the Agent Orange song Bloodstains is not listed on the back. These are all 45s that were compiled for this bootleg album. Now, if you see Agent Orange, Bloodstains is the first song off of side 2. So it is on here, it's listed here, but not here. So this is basically 45s from 77 to 82. It's California punk. there's a huge Bloodstains series, and this is the only one I have, but you've got Bloodstains across Yugoslavia, like different countries, different states. So famous bootleg comp. The last bootleg I'm going to show is Nirvana, live at Hollywood Underground Club, Seattle. This was December 28th of 88. So they were definitely not in the spotlight at this point. And it's quite a good out. It's got stuff. Oh, and it's Mind Control 2021. It came out of Mind Control. You know, Floyd the Barber, Spank Through, Mexican Seafood, Love Buzz, Hairspray Queen. So, oh, it says it was an FM broadcast. I don't know what that means, if it went out on the radio, but yeah. So I've got some nice bootlegs. 1, 2, 3 was the fourth question. Oh, okay. Which okay, foreign languages in your collection? And I'm going to tell you, I have a lot. I was very fortunate. My dad traveled with work during like the 70s and 80s and would bring me back records, but I also collect. There's no way, I mean, I might do a separate video where I show all the foreign language records in my collection. I'm going to start with Het Beste van Boudewijn. This is Boudewijn de Groot. He's a famous Dutch singer. He's also a translator. He translated, I think, all of Stephen King's, well, he's translated Stephen King's books into Dutch. They're all sung in Dutch, which is beautiful. Now, yeah, and it's just, he's not known as much worldwide, and I'm guessing it's because he sings in Dutch, but great record. So my one word summation of this in honor of Lionel Richie is fantastisch. So the next one, Japan Revisited. This came out in, oh gosh, I think it was, I'm actually not sure when this came out. Anyway, my one word summation of this is Subarasi. Now this one, Melody Maker. This is a double album. It is from 1985, War of the Independence. It starts with New Order, Truth, and then the last song, Joy Division, Love Will Tear Us Apart. That's the song I was trying to think of. And this is the only place I have that on vinyl. But the reason I'm showing it let me just say, it has Red Lorry, Yellow Lorry, Happy Mondays, Erasure, The Cookie Crew, Females, Get On Up, My Bloody Valentine, Throwing Muses, but I'm showing it for the foreign language. How many people have something in Icelandic? This is the Sugar Cubes doing Birthday, but in Icelandic. I played this on another video. It's so wonderful. So my one word Lionel Richie summation of this is Frábær. Now, my father traveled to Israel in the 80s and brought this back. This is Benzene 24 Hours, came out in 1982. It is in Hebrew. You can see they do have a little bit of the Latin alphabet, but it's mostly in Hebrew. It's sung in Hebrew. So my one word description of this is Mudhim, or Fantasti. The last foreign language one, my dad brought this back from the former Yugoslavia, Zvanko Bogdan, and it's Heva za vas, came out in 1974. He brought it back for me in like 81 or 82. It is Serbian folk music, as well as kolo, which is it's a Serbian, like they do a circle dance, and it is a UNESCO intangible heritage. So basically It is all written. Is this so? Serbo-Croatian is written in both Cyrillic and Latin. So this is written in Latin. Let me see the pictures in here as well, or the Roman. I guess Latin and Roman alphabet's the same. So we've got that. This is wonderful. My one-word summation is fantasticon. There we go. Fantastic. Next question. Show records. Show records that were recommended by someone in the vinyl community. So, en attendant Anna, it means waiting for Anna, sort of like waiting for Godot, came out in 2023. It was recommended by Will at Vinyl Potato. And so absolutely incredible. They are from France. They, what I say is that you put this on, you get home from work just to calm you down, or you put it on the last thing before you go to bed, just to relax you. It is very pleasant. And I think Margot Bouchaudon does most of the songwriting. Oh no, it says all songs written and performed by En attendant Anna, but I think Margot Bouchaudon is I thought she was the main songwriter. Anyway, so 2023 Trouble in Mind Records. You got to get this. It's wonderful when people in the vinyl community give you a recommendation that you pass along and rave about. The other recommendation, Ryan Kidd, he recommended this Schizos cassette, Banned from the High Tone. I think Ryan was at this show. I think it was an after party after Goner Fest, like maybe 3 years ago. And, they're going crazy. And they were banned from the High Tone because of this raucous show. So I've lost the number of what question we're on. I think we're on question 6 or something. Show records that you bought on vinyl because you wore it out on cassette years ago. Soundtrack, or I call it the score, to Room with a View. So it came out in 86, or I know that summer of 86. I saw this in the theater about 3 times. I have it on DVD or possibly VHS. I've watched this and I've read it. And Helena Bonham Carter, Julian Sands. You've got I'm blanking. The guy with the dark hair. He's incredible, and I just blanked. But anyway, and then Kiri Takanawa, the Maori soprano, does O mio babino caro. Let me see. So Judi Dench, Maggie Smith, Daniel Day-Lewis. That's whose name I was trying to remember. This is absolutely incredible. And like I said, I wore the cassette out in the 80s. So it's great having this beautiful opera score, from one of my favorite movies. It's a Merchant Ivory production. That's why. Another one that I wore out in the 80s, the cassette that I wore out, Edie Brickell and New Bohemians, Shooting Rubber Bands at the Stars. And this, let me see, I think there's I think there's one. So this is the inner sleeve. It's got some more art on it. The side 1 is absolutely incredible. It starts out with the hit, What I Am. My favorite, I have 2 favorites on this. My favorite, Little Miss S, is about Edie Sedgwick. The lyrics are incredible. And Edie Brickell sort of felt, she looked up to Edie Sedgwick. They shared a name. And Little Miss S in a mini dress, living it up to die in the blink of a public eye. what's the Circle? Circle is that ties with my favorite on here. Talking about someone who no longer comes around to their circle of friends and they don't really know why. So I got this in 2024. So wore out that cassette. Now this one, I wore out the CD when it came out. This, so it's the last recording, and Vladimir Horowitz, I found out it's pronounced Vladimir Gorovitz. Vladimir Gorovitz passed away right after this. And this came out in 90. He died in November of 89, right after recording it. His wife was Wanda Toscanini, who is the daughter of was Arturo Toscanini. Now let me show this beautiful picture of them together right there. The liner notes are in English, German, French, and Italian. And he's playing one of my favorite. You can see the track listing. He's playing one of my favorites, Chopin's Fantaisie Impromptu. I'm probably not pronouncing that right. So yeah, I wore this out on CD, but I was able to find this at a Goodwill for like $2 or $3. I snatched that up immediately. So the last question is spoken word. Let me get my water. Hold on. Spoken word. So this could be comedy. I've got poetry. I have so much I didn't know what to pull. Red Fox, Laugh of the Party. For years I thought it was Life of the Party, but it's Laugh of the Party. And this is my dad's copy. It's falling apart. But I remember as a kid, he told me that this was like a really dirty album. So as an adult, when I heard it, it's really just a bunch of double entendres. But you're like, they're belly laughs. You're rolling on the floor laughing. Red Fox was hysterical. And it's good to have some comedy in your collection. Now this one, not so funny. This is Bobby, wait, hold on. The Sentencing of Bobby Seale for Contempt. This came out in 1970. And the records are, the side 1, side 4, side 2, side 3 for the Stacker record players. And it has a live interview with Bobby Seale, but also it's a dramatic historical reenactment of the portion of the Chicago conspiracy trial. He was part of the Chicago 8. Well, let me show you these. These are the Chicago 7, because Bobby was tried separately. Not only that, he was gagged and chained. He was gagged and chained. Now, some of these people like Abby Hoffman and Jerry Rubin, they were doing things that were, not respectful in the courtroom, but they were not gagged and chained like Bobby Seale was, and they tried him separately. So this, and gorgeous picture, although he is in chains. I haven't listened to this yet. I just thought it was interesting to show. Is this double album? Yeah, it's two records. So I need to listen to that. On a lighter note, Scooby-Doo. This is on Peter Pan Records, and it's 3 stories. You got them listed right there. There's Scooby and the Gang. Came out in 76. So I was look at all of these beloved characters. So I saw someone I didn't recognize, and she is, what is her? Honey Bunny. Honey Bunny premiered in 66 and stayed around through the 70s. And she was supposed to be a partner to Bugs. But yeah, there she is, pretty Honey Bunny. And all of these beloved characters, because this is a combination of, laugh, sing, have fun. I don't even know why the Three Stooges are on here too. So they're more than just, there's Archie, there's Cool Cat, there's Elmer Fudd, but the record itself are these three Scooby-Doo mysteries. I've had this probably since 76. So Maury Amsterdam. This came out in 63. It's called Funny You Should Ask, because he would set up jokes. He said, did you ever hear of, the housewife who did this and this? Oh, why? Funny you should ask. So Maury Amsterdam, I really only know from the Dick Van Dyke Show. And on this record are Rosemarie and, oh gosh, Richard Deacon. What this album is, it's a comedy album, of course. Dick Van Dyke did this illustration of Maury Amsterdam. So on this record is he interviews people from history. So he interviews Sigmund Freud, Lady Godiva's husband, Chopin, Christopher Columbus, Buffalo Bill Cody. So this is really funny, part of my collection, spoken word comedy. I'm gonna jump to this. This is Jello Biafra, 2006, on his label Alternative Tentacles. It's 3 discs, about 4 hours long, and it's basically he's talking about George W. Bush and things that are basically going on politically at that time. There's a little book as well. Jello has recently had some health problems and is going through rehab. So think of Jello. And the last one, everyone knows this one, George Carlin, Class Clown. This came out in 72. It was recorded at the Santa Monica Civic Auditorium. Now, it includes the 7 words you can't say on TV. The centerfold, he lists right here, he went to Catholic school. These are all the priests and nuns who he thanks, and he mentions them in his act. This album would have not been possible without the loving help of, Sister Marie Richards, Sister Nina, Sister Celine, Father Smith, Father Russell. This album is dedicated to oddballs. He also thanks Lenny Bruce. Special thanks to Leonard Schneider for taking all the chances. And George Carlin. This was really fun. Check out, you've got to know Vinyl Richie. If you don't, check out his channel. He's been in the vinyl community for 11 years. Thank you for listening, and see you next time. Go Braves!